talking about players outside the top 100 that should be in your fantasy lineups as deep sleepers for the upcoming 2023 season. And we kind of already gave a little bit of insight as to who your pick was going to be, but we didn't explicitly say it.
Yeah.
But I like it. I've been talking about it a lot, and I'm ready to hear you talk about it. Who's your pick?
Well, we just talked about Sky more, so let's talk about more.
Give me more.
More of more. You think we need more players named Moore in the league? I don't know. It gets a little confusing.
Wait, Jacob, wait. Give me another player with the last name Moore.
DJ Moore.
Ah, he's good. Okay.
And there's more. I think there's more too. I did not even plan to say that again.
Now that's the real challenge. Is there more?
I think there is, but it's like they're really obscured on the depth, like deep depth chart players. Anyways, okay. Enough with that. I think we had enough fun with that. Elijah Moore of the Cleveland Browns. Like I feel like people are acting like he doesn't exist anymore. It's like the fantasy community was so hyped on Elijah Moore when he was drafted by the New York Jets. People were saying the next Antonio Brown. I didn't forget about it. You wide receiver guru experts, you know who I'm talking to. You guys loved Elijah Moore, right? You even said, oh, bad quarterback play. If we can just get this guy some consistent quarterback play, he has the ability to be an elite player in this league, a dynasty wide receiver 1 type player. Okay. He has a rough go in New York. Like, just inconsistent. The whole Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco, carousel and like all the drama there. And then they're like, I don't know the whole situation. I wasn't there, but like there's obviously some bad blood between him and the coaching staff and maybe even ownership. Like, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think, either he was being difficult or they were treating him unfairly, whatever the case is. I don't know. But I'm not going to blame the player for that. He kind of got shafted a little bit in that situation, from what I know. So all these things being considered, and then look, and he's shown that he's a very, very talented player. Okay. So now he gets traded to the Cleveland Browns, where, in my opinion, after Amari Cooper and David Njoku, there's not a lot of promising pass catching options there. Like, there's targets to be had. Let's look at who his quarterback is. We know the situation with Deshaun Watson, right? We don't know if he's ever going to get back to his elite play. And separating, the person from the player, just talking about him as a football player, I believe in him. I think he's going to get back to top 5 quarterback play. I really do. So you have that combination, this elite prospect that everybody's forgot about, getting traded to a situation where you have a potential top 5 quarterback and, 7 to 8 targets to be had a week. Give me Elijah Moore. He's ranked, outside the top 100, he's 117 and a wide receiver 49. I'm going to be drafting a lot of Elijah Moore in late rounds this year. I'm excited to do it. And, just gave him away. But I got to talk about these type of things if I'm going to be on a podcast or something. So Elijah Moore, dang, I don't have him in any dynasty leagues. I'm just excited myself. I'm about to start sending some trade offers, but don't show anyone this podcast before I send them a trade offer.
Well, you don't have to show anyone this podcast because one of your league mates who's sitting right next to, or I guess across the virtual universe, has shares of Elijah Moore. So we can definitely talk after the podcast.
Multiple?
Yeah, multiple. But we won't be talking, Jacob, because I absolutely love this pick. I think Elijah Moore is a great sleeper pick going into 2023. No competition for touches. David Bell, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Sure, Donovan Peoples-Jones was serviceable last year at certain points in the year, but that's because there wasn't somebody like Elijah Moore pushing him for competitive targets. One thing you also have to mention from like a dynasty perspective is that Amari Cooper is 29, going on his age 30 season, soon to be at least, I think. So there's a good shot here. Deshaun Watson signed that 5-year contract, 4-year contract, whatever it is. It's a long-term contract. That Elijah Moore is the number 1 wide receiver of this team at some point in the next 2 to 3 years. And at that point, he's only going to be 26, 27, like prime age for twilight peak production in fantasy. I couldn't agree more with it. Watson can only go up from what he did last year. He started to show progress at the end of last year as well. And I can't wait for them to play the New York Jets and see Elijah Moore absolutely go off. I love the pick, Jacob. Nothing to disagree with there. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And please be sure to like and subscribe, or dislike for that matter, all the